Hi everybody! Today we're going to see how I draw Snake Supreme Cobra Commander from G.I. Joe Classified Series. Just so you know, there's a coloring book that you can get through Amazon. Just follow the link in my description and you can get a coloring book to show me how you color to how I draw. Okay, pencils first and then Sharpies. So if you want to watch the pencil portion of the video where I sketch the entire thing out for myself, look in the description and you'll find a link that you can click on that will take you to the Sharpie portion of the video. There's even going to be one for color. But for those of you that are going to stick around, I'm going to start off with a quick sketch for myself and get us going. Okay, if you could see that, what you would see is that I just did a quick pencil sketch, a quick stick figure sketch, and that's it. It's that simple. And what I'm trying to do is just make sure that I get the placement, size, and direction, I guess, of the figure, and then I'm going to start to flesh it out. So basically what I do is I just make sure, and again, this is for myself, this is just me to get the idea of is this in the right place, because I've got only so much camera room, you know. As a matter of fact, you couldn't see my other hand doing that because I only have so much camera room. I gotta make sure that what I'm doing is gonna fall into place, and like I said, fall into the camera room, because, well, you know, if you're doing your own drawing, what happens, and if you decide, well, I want it to be like that, and maybe I don't want to draw the entire body, you know, but I'm trying to draw the entire body, and last thing I want to do is, in the middle of my drawing, like start, and then keep drawing, and I guess towards the bottom, realize that I fell off the page. I guess it's not that big a deal, but if I'm trying to show you something, it works better if I plan so I can show you the entire thing, you know? Whereas, you know, again, it's no big deal. We make mistakes and mess ups, and that's no big deal. I'm not worried about that. But when I'm trying to show you something, I should show it to you rather than say, oh, well, fell off the page, you know, because you want to see the entire thing. So what I like to do is just make sure that, you know, every sketch works and fits the area that I'm trying to fit it in. Does that make sense? Okay, so, sorry I got quiet. I started concentrating on what I was doing. That happens a lot. That I kind of zone out. I get in the drawing zone. Ooh, maybe we got a new feature, a new what's the word I'm looking for? Silly thing to say. A new feature, I guess. I'm trying to say, like, the drawing zone. Like, hey everybody, welcome to the drawing zone, you know? Because we don't really have features, we don't have areas to go to, we don't have sections, I guess. Well, I guess I do have the pencil section, and then the Sharpie section, but that's it, you know, we don't have any zones. And so I'm saying it like there's a new zone. Hey, look at this new zone we came up with. No. I'm just trying to be silly. And thought I'd make some light commentary and jokes. So much for that, huh? Let's see, he's got specific toys in this one, and you know, no mistaking, this is a toy. This is 100% based on toys. I mean, I don't have this toy, but this is 100% based on the Classified Series line. And the thing is, again, I don't have this toy. Now, this one's really been hard to get, and this one especially was an exclusive that I 100% did not get. because things have gone crazy in the toy world. Sucks for some, awesome for the rest of us. But it's really hard to get. I couldn't get one. That's just how they go. But with the pandemic, everything that happened, I talk about this in every single time. But you know what? This is my platform to talk about this stuff. I don't think the retailers were ready for the wave of digital purchases that were going to happen, and so I don't think they made enough, or they weren't planning on selling out this fast. And so a lot of times you go to buy something online, it sells out like it's ridiculous. It sells out that fast. And so, like I said, I don't think they were ready for that. So this is another one of those that it was impossible to get. It sold out within seconds. Trust me, I tried. But I wasn't fast, or there wasn't enough, however you want to look at it, you know? Okay, so he's got a cape. Let me draw that cape real fast. And I'm going to do kind of a action cape. Something like that. Now let's do this one down like that. There you go. I think that'll work. And I think we're ready to go, because that's about enough positioning that I can just build off of that. So, yeah, that's good. I mean, the rest is going to be done with detail, and I don't need to detail out all those little tiny details. I don't need to draw out the tiny details. You can't use the same noun as a verb, can you? You can't detail out the details. So, basically what I'm trying to say is I've got enough laid down that I can just start with the sketch. I can just start with the Sharpie and add the details as I go. I've got the placement down that I can hurry up and get to the rest of it. But I'm gonna erase the light sketches and just leave myself enough to guide me, because I want my Sharpie to stand out, not my pencils. If you're working with pencils, you just keep going. Me, I've gotta make the prettiness work. Okay, and I think that's enough. It's light enough that I can get going, but left enough that I can see where I'm going, and add the details as we go. Okay, so let's welcome everybody that skipped. Yeah, let's welcome everybody that skipped and get going. Welcome, skippers. Welcome to the Sharpie portion of the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, because I do a different drawing every day. You can join along and have some fun. I'm going to be using a Sharpie fine point and a Sharpie pen, mostly the fine point, but the pen's a little finer than the fine point. It can find things that the fine point can't quite find. I sketched the entire thing out. I've erased the majority of the sketch lines, but left myself enough to see where I'm going to go. So I'm going to start with the Sharpie pen and just jump right in with the details. Now, I've talked about this in the last one, that he's just got that mask on, so I'm going to go ahead and just draw the mask. And then color will take care of a lot of it too, but this is going to guide me with the placement, as well as the what's going to be colored. Oh, and also I'm going to thicken up some of these edges, because when I switch over to this Sharpie, you're going to see a huge difference in line width. And the bottom of the mask has a point that comes over like that, so I'm gonna kind of come down like this. Let's say this point comes over it just a little bit, just enough that I can say that it covers the edge of that real fast. Look, I don't have good words. I've talked about this many times. I'm a drawer, not a speaker. A lot of times I'm just making stuff up just to entertain you while I'm talking, so I apologize if it's not the most eloquent of words, but I also don't apologize, because I'm not a speaker. Okay, and I'm using the small Sharpie because I can control the line width much better, and for little things like this, especially the details of the face, I like to use it. But since this is just a mask, I just want to make sure I get this head piece right before I jump over to the big Sharpie. just to get it looking in the right shape. So it's got kind of a visor, so I'm going to come in, then do the roundness just a little bit, just a slight subtle visor like that. And oh, and he's got, let's see if I can draw this. There are some details in the mask that are raised just a little bit like that. It's got this top part, this top panel, I guess. Come down here. There's just a slight little accent like that that I just want to bring out. So see, it kind of gives it that little extra cobra-ness. You know, it looks manufactured a little bit more than as if I didn't do that. And I'm going to raise it up just a little bit. I just want it to look like it's a piece on the actual armor, you know? It's a raised piece, so it's a little bit higher than the edge that it's on. And that's it, just subtle like that. And again, the visor comes out like this, but I think I want to do that with color. I don't want to jump the gun and make it super hard edge with this black Sharpie, because I've said it many times, Sharpies, they don't whisper. Sharpies are super loud. They scream at you saying, hey, look at me, we're here. So you got to decide what you want to draw with the Sharpie and what do you want to do with shading or color. Here we're going to do with color. Okay, so here I'm going to start the neck, and I've got his body turned a little bit, so I'm going to draw his collar like that, just a little bit. You can see a little bit of it on this edge too, up like this. And let me do this with his collar since it's raised just a little bit, just so you can see where we are. And kind of bump this out a little bit. Oops, and I want to thicken that up. So see that collar? See how thick that is? That's what I'm talking about when I say I want to make it match the thickness. You don't have to, especially if you're working with pencil. You do what makes you happy. I'm just explaining to you why I thicken stuff up like that. Okay, so he's got a cape on, and again, because this is a toy, I'm trying to figure out. That's it. Okay, they are cobras. Okay, so the cape's going to come down like this a little bit over his shoulder and a little back. Same thing on this side. It's going to come down a little bit and go back. Now this arm is raised, so that's why it's at a different height. Now, as usual, everything's a cobra. So I'm going to give it that little cobra shape. So it looks like a heart, really. And old hardy Cobra Commander. He's all Valentine's Day out. Oh, I should have saved this for Valentine's Day. He's all of his cobras, because they're the puffed out little, you know, what do you call it? Angry cobra, you know, where they're showing their hooded cobras where they're flexing, you know. It looks like a heart, so that's why I call it old hardy Valentine Cobra. Okay, so there they are. The cape that's hanging over his shoulder piece is what that is. Let's do this too, just to give it a little extra. You know, just some kind of little bit of detail for it. Okay, so that means his jacket, right, is kind of a. Okay, so it's. Let's see, so it's a vest kind of piece, so I'm just going to go ahead and draw like this. Okay, and that's the vest part that comes down and is going to cover pretty much the whole front. So I'm going to come down like this, just to show you where his body part is laying. Where his body is pretty much laying for design. Because I want to draw like that, his shoulders. So I kind of want to show you, and I know I'm kind of jumping real fast. He's got a sword coming up here, so I got to draw that as well. But I want to show you his chest like this, okay? So that means I'm doing this for his arms, his sleeves basically. And that's why I wanted to do that, so you see where we are and where the placement is going to be. So like that, okay? I wanted to show you the connection of his shoulders and arm. Now, because of that, I've got creases in his arm because he's doing some movement. I've got some stretches in his arm, basically. Something like this. But he does have kind of a pattern going across. Ooh, let me do that real fast. He does have a pattern of a royal armor, I guess. Something like this. And it's like a piping to the edge of it like that. And so that top half is a little different, bottom half is a little different. And then do some more little creases, and then I'm going to color and you're going to see a difference too. Let's go ahead and do this arm, and then we'll come back. Okay. So this arm, he does have a special design of armor. So this whole forearm piece is a different layer. So I'm going to add extra like that, come up to here to the wrist, and it's a big piece that goes back here, but as far as what we're drawing, we're just drawing it coming around right there. So it goes, like I said, it goes back around and up a little bit, but we can't see that. That's back behind, so not worried about that. And see how I did little bumps like that? It's because it's also layered. It has like special like design to it. So I kind of wanted to give it a special little look like that to kind of make it, even on the inside, make it, you know, design specific, is that the right word? Accented. There you go. That's what I was going for. Now, he's holding a cobra staff. Of course, it's Cobra Commander. Everything is cobras. It's a simple staff, so we're just basically holding a stick is all we're really going to draw. So I'm going to draw his thumb over like this, and his fingers are like this. And I'll add some detail here in a second. Right now it's just going to be lumps, you know what I mean? But I'm going to add detail. So let me add this the staff. So it's going to come down through like this, and then add the ends. It's a little edge there, and here, surprise, surprise, it's a cobra. It's a heart cobra. It's not. I'm just kidding. But, you know, it's that old joke that everything's a cobra. I wonder if his spoons are cobra shaped. Okay. So now that I've got it closed, I can go ahead and draw the details here. And he's got gloves on, but I still like to add just like some, you know, some edges to the creases. So same thing here. I'm gonna draw some details on his glove. Add some detail to the cobra. Surprise, surprise! It's a cobra. That's pretty much how everybody who lives with him or works with him. It's like, oh, our gloves are cobras. Oh wow! Surprise, surprise! Our socks are cobra shaped. Oh, surprise, surprise! But hey, you know, you took the job, you know what you're in for, right? And he is the Snake Supreme Cobra Commander. That's why he's snakes everywhere. There's snakes in the watering hole. There's snakes in his boots. Oh wait, that's a wrong character. Okay, so there's that arm. So, okay, I lied, said I was going to do this. Let's do the other arm too. Let's go ahead and finish this part up. So, two of the things of this accessory, the accessory of this toy is that he's got that and the world. He's got a globe that he can hold. And so I've got him holding it up in like a world dump. Shoulders up. I'm going to come over here to the bicep. And there's a crease in the arm here. So same thing like we did there. I'm going to add creases and folds to his bend in his arm. There's his elbow. Coming up to, like we did there, the forearm armor. And again, we only see that part, so I'm going to do something like this. Okay. And let's go ahead and draw this out, then I'll add all that detail like I did there. This piping is going to still be in there, but it's raised up because that arm is higher. So his hand is holding a globe, so all you're really seeing, because remember, I wish I had something right now. I should have brought something to show. Let's say if this is the globe, he's holding it like this. All these fingers back here, the thumb, all that you can't see because it's the ball, right? It's what's behind it. It's not hollow like this. So if this was a ball, all you're seeing is this. I know it looks weird, but that's all you're really gonna see. The big picture, it looks like it, but that's really all we're drawing, okay? So there's the meat of the hand to the pinky. Like that. Then again, the thumb is around it, and that's it. That's all you're gonna see because of that circle, because of the globe. So let's go ahead and draw it. And it's okay if it doesn't come out a perfect circle. I know it's not gonna come out a perfect circle because I'm drawing it by hand. And that means it's gonna by default be crooked and messy and not perfect. So see, that's what I'm talking about. That's all you can see are these parts that are on this side of the globe. Now, I'm gonna correct it. I'm gonna go back and fix it. So like I said, I know it's not gonna be perfect. I'm gonna try though. I'm gonna try to make it look nice. What I'm just gonna do is I'm gonna come back with a smaller Sharpie and just kind of smooth out some of these bumps. Try to make it look like a globe. So like I said, I'm not worried that it didn't come out, but I can live with it. Okay? So like this, it's got like little design like we did right there. A little bit of pattern detail. Not much, but just something to make it manufactured. You know, somebody specifically, someone in the Cobra department, Cobra cloth department designed this. So do you think they hire someone to build all this stuff, or is there a Cobra cloth department that makes all these costumes with nothing but cobras and everything? You know, that's all they do. Okay, so piping. Let's go ahead and follow this line like we did right there. We'll say this one's going up. We'll say that's the piping like that. So it's going through there just like it did there, but his arm's raised, so that's why it all got lifted up. That's why it's all raised. Now, his vest has detail as well. So there's a chain going across the front. And for a chain this tiny, I'm not worried about detail. I'm just gonna draw up a little circle here, half circle really. Half circle here because there are buttons. And across these buttons is a chain. And I'm just gonna do like this for a chain. So it's not even really a chain, just kind of making like that. Because at this size, you really can't draw the links and chains to make it look like a chain, but we can color it, you know, so that's all I gotta worry about. No big deal. But again, the thing about this one is, there are cobras in everything. There's a cobra in this awesome pattern design. I'm not gonna worry about it. I'm gonna do that with color because I think it would look, or it is, it's subtle. It's not a huge Sharpie black cobra. So I'm gonna leave it alone so I can do it with color and do like this. Now, okay, I think we're done with the top half. Let's see. We'll do like this since his arm is raised. That part of the material is creased as well. Let's see. He does have, okay, there is another pattern right there, but I'm gonna do that in a second. Here's what I gotta do first. He's got a belt with a sword that's got a big old snake in it. So I need to get to that first because that's pretty much in front of everything. Or I could just draw it. Let's just draw the snake. Okay, so let's see, the head's kind of like this into the handle, okay? And that is the, take a guess, take a guess. That's right, it's a cobra. Okay, so now that I drew that, you can see where it's going to be. And I'm going to draw the rest of his belts. But see, they're in front of that, or this is in front of that. That's why I wanted to draw them first. So I knew how far I had to go over for what I was drawing. That's the chain that is holding it together. Too small for a chain, so I'm just going to draw that. Just coming over like this. Do another loop in his belt, and he's got the old The old 2 chains belt. That seems to be a cool device for drawing characters, is give them 2 belts. And this one's holding a gun, but I can't see it. I'm just drawing some surfaces right now, connecting a few things I didn't get to connect. Now that I know where edges are, I can connect everything. Come down this way. Now, this chain is holding on to a snake. Surprise, surprise, holding on to a cobra. So I'm gonna go back like this, give him a little eye. Not too worried about the detail, because again, it's all cobra. Okay, let me do this. I'm gonna keep going. I was gonna add details, like, no, let me keep going. This coat, it comes down. We're gonna say it's coming down here, coming through there, coming through here, like this to the edge. There's the edge of that. And it's gonna go ahead and connect. Then, these sides are gonna be right here, and they're hanging down a little bit extra. Like this. This one's coming down like this. And before I cut through that, I need to go ahead and draw that sword. So let me go ahead and just do this in. Oh, there's a gun over here. So, but this side is in front of the gun, so I can go ahead and draw that. Now, the gun is holstered, connected right there. And all you can really see is the handle, because the way it's on that side of his body. So that's all I'm doing. And I'm just saying that, okay, if this is the side, that's all you can see. And it's in there like that. Okay, so we're pretty much just kind of drawing some shapes over there. I'm just going to say, well, I'm going to color it gold for his special design, and worry about the color later. And this does have a piping, so I'm going to go ahead and do that now before I forget. Just like a gold edge. And if you can't see how I accidentally touched there and I didn't there, it's okay. If you can't do it all the way, if you can't get that little piping look, don't worry about it. You just do what you can. Okay. Alright, and all this, he does have also another buckle like that. That's getting kind of messy because there's so much with handle and all that stuff, so be careful how much detail you add in there, okay? So this is a sword, so I'm putting it in a sheath. Go ahead and connect it like this. This is going to come in there, and that's where that is, like that. We're looking at kind of the side. Like that. All right. Keep the edge so we know that it's the side of it. Okay. Okay, so let's do like you did there. Now that I've got an edge, I can close off this part of the jacket. Give it that edge piping. Like that. And now what's left are legs and cape. So, I'm just drawing his leg now. So I'm going to come down here to his knee. Now he does have like special boots with, what do you call it? Ornate covers like this. And I know it's kind of floating, but I'm going by my sketch, and it's also so I don't forget, because I forget this stuff all the time. Okay, so there's the edge of his boot. So that means his pants are going to be like this, and it's going to go, his leg's going to go up here, up to his crotch, and then I do have his legs kind of spread out, so I'm gonna stretch his leg, pants out like this. Here's his knee to that leg, to that boot, like this. I know I'm jumping around back and forth, but I'm just kind of showing you a few things for the placement of his legs, so it can look correct. Let me draw the front of this. That little ornate design I was talking about. And then I'll stop right there, and let me come back with detail. Now, I should just draw on the boots, I know, but I like just jumping around where we need to, so it'll make sense as to why things are placed where they are, because I want it to look, I want it to make sense to you while we're drawing, you know? I don't want you to be like, well, what is that? You know, why is that there? Or how do I put that leg here? You know, it's like I'm trying to show you what and where I place things, so it'll kind of make sense in the whole drawing position, right? Like here, I've got his legs spread out, so I like putting creases in the joints where material is being pushed. You know, creases and folds. You know, if it's pushed around, I like adding creases because it shows that the material is bending everything. Okay, so his boots are a little ornate. I'm going to come down here to his ankles, and he's got like special colored armor. Yeah. Okay, so the front is kind of layered like this, which we can really see here. It's going to be harder to see over there. So that's why I was just kind of accenting it. Like that. Almost like a knight's armor. But super bright and red. Crazy. I guess they ran out of cobras for his toes. Okay, so this one is more pointed straight at you, so I'm gonna do like this for his ankle. Okay, and this, like I said, this foot's kind of pointed at you, so it's gonna come this way. The little strap is gonna go around like this. And you can't really see as many of the bumps like that, but we'll try to put them in the front view. We're not done. I still got the cape to do. All right, so like that. That'll help. Okay. Here, let's do this. That'll kind of show the front too. There we go. Alright, so last thing I'm going to do is the cape. And the cape I've already kind of designed. I'm just following my flow. So from here I'm going to go through his shoulder, come through down like this. And I've already sketched out the flow of it. That's why I'm just kind of playing around with, like, it's going to go here. It's split down the middle. And I'm kind of over exaggerating the movement because I'm just kind of playing around with dramatic, being super dramatic with it. So this one's coming down here like this, like that. So there you go. I say we take care of the rest with color. So that is Snake Supreme Cobra Commander from G.I. Joe Classified Series. So here's how I colored it. Tell me what you think in the comments below, or show me what you did in our Discord group. Just have fun and make it your own, because remember, this is how I draw. You draw how you draw, and we'll meet somewhere in between. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more adventures with How I Draw. Plus, don't forget to hit that notification button for new videos.